All right, so we are here in Nashville, Tennessee. Just got done filming this morning with a new client. Shot some quick updated B-roll for another client here in town. Yeah, filming this morning with a new client got me thinking just about the early days whenever I was getting started in my video production, my videography journey. I was wondering how other people were able to make money in this career, in this field, and make money on a regular basis. It's one of those things where if you're trying to get into this industry, you might get a job here and there, but getting that repeat business is the most difficult thing. Getting repeat business month after month that's consistent and you're doing what you enjoy, that is the hardest part about this entire journey. So it just got me thinking when we were filming this morning and we were getting a new client, like that's something that I wish some people would have shared more information on how you actually do that. So let's jump into some of that right now. All right, so how do you actually get paid to do video production on a regular basis? Well, the first thing is you have to identify and understand the needs of clients, the needs of people. You have to understand that why would somebody want and need a video in the first place? And once you start to understand that and start to understand and identify those needs in people, especially within conversations, that's when you're really starting to catch on to opportunities, because the needs bring opportunity. Without a need for a video, there's no opportunity and you won't get any jobs. So you've got to be looking for those needs. Now, what do those needs look like? Well, those needs look like, one, people just need to showcase something. They need to advertise something. That could be a new product, that could be a new service, that could be a new location. The second need is to simply just educate. A lot of times in videos, what we're doing is educating. That's what I'm doing right here in this video. And a lot of times that's what companies of all sizes, large to small, need videos that they can share with their audience to educate them. Maybe that's educating them on how a product works. Maybe that's educating them on a new service that they're rolling out. It could be educating new students who are coming in for orientation. That's something that we actually just filmed for a school. So it could be as simple as education. And third is to tell a story. And that doesn't have to be like a full-fledged documentary. It could just be an event recap. So an organization may be putting on an event, it may be 2 hours, and you go cover that event for that amount of time, and you put together a recap video about that event. That's something that I've done in the past. That's something that I know a lot of organizations do, especially now coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic and events are going on. That's something that people really want to showcase. They want to advertise that. They want to show behind the scenes of what happens at that event, so that next year, typically when they're putting on events on an annual basis, they can show people what that event is like and have something to use in promotional material. And fourth is to simply entertain. The need might be they want to create a comical video that entertains people, or they want to put together maybe a music video. That's another form of entertainment. Entertainment videos are ones that I actually haven't dabbled in very much, but I know people who just purely make music videos, or people who just make comedy and humor videos. That is totally a large subsection of video production that you could get into. So just looking for those needs, identifying those needs when you're around people, when you're in conversation, that is where you start to find opportunities. Because again, once you can identify the needs that people have, then you can find the opportunities that will lead you to actually get projects and to get jobs where you can get paid. So for instance, this morning, the job that we had at a local gym, well, they needed new content on their social media. They are working toward a rebrand of their entire gym, their entire business. And so they were already having conversations about, we need fresh content, we need a new look, we need to update, we need to get more active on social media. That's the need for them, is that they needed to do a better job of advertising what they actually do, and they needed somebody professional to come in and do it. So you have to look for those needs, and when you're having conversations with people, you don't want to shy away from talking about what you do. You actually want to take a moment and say, oh, I'm hearing that you want to show this. I'm hearing that you want to showcase this new product or advertise this or show some piece of educational content. I could help you do that. What would it look like if we did it this way? Or what would it look like if I came and we shot for 2 hours? If you position it that way, all of a sudden you're inviting them into actually solving their own problem. But they're going to be solving their own problem by bringing you in to help them along the way. So once you've identified the needs and had a conversation with them, you need to move quickly into the estimation process. You need to give them an estimate. You need to show them, here's what I'm going to do and here's how much it's going to cost. If you take too much time to get into this part of the process, you're going to lose them. You simply could just get forgotten, honestly, if you take too long. And when I say take too long, that could be just a matter of days, that could be a week. So after you've had a conversation, and if you feel like that individual is excited, if that individual is interested in what you have to offer, you need to go ahead right now and create an estimate and send it to them. That's what happened with the shoot we had this morning. I had a conversation with them on this last Friday. It's Tuesday, we're here filming. So last Friday I talked to them on the phone, told me about the opportunity and the need. I immediately spun up an estimate for them, sent it to them by Saturday morning. They reviewed it, said, hey, we want you to come out on Tuesday, and we're here filming. So you have to move quickly into the estimation process. And then to really make it in the industry of videography and filmmaking, you have to get repeat business month after month. Otherwise, it's just not gonna go anywhere, and you're not gonna have enough money. You're not gonna have enough projects to sustain what you're doing. So how do you get repeat business? Well, it all comes down to when you're working on those projects with clients, what you want to do is make your client experience so good. You want to make sure that they know how reliable you are. Reliability is one of those words that I remind myself on such a constant and regular basis because it is the power of getting repeat business. When you work with a client, you want to communicate to them through your words and through your actions of how you are reliable. So that's showing up on time to set. When you show up on time or you show up ahead of time, you're showing them that you're taking this job serious. If you're able to send them an edit within a matter of days, you're showing them that you really enjoyed the project, that you're so invested in it that you got them something of value and you got it to them quickly. You're not wasting time, you're not missing a deadline. So again, you need to focus on whenever you do get a project, being as reliable as you can. Yes, you want to deliver quality, but if you deliver that quality in too long of amount of time, or if you're not enjoyable to work with on set, or if you show up late, or any of those different things, if you're not reliable, you're just not going to get repeat business. So in order to get repeat business, you have to focus on being one of the most reliable vendors for them. That is single-handedly, when I look back over the course of the last 3 years, building a business that now has revenues over $200,000, what I see is how reliable I've been for clients, and that has allowed me to grow the projects that we receive month after month. And lastly is a tactic that I don't think I've heard anybody else talk about, and that is you need to find somebody in an adjacent market to you who can be a brand ambassador. And what I mean by that is somebody who will promote what you're doing in their own conversations and in their own interactions. So let me give you an example of this. I know a lady who's in public relations and marketing. She doesn't offer photography, she doesn't offer filmmaking, what we offer, but she offers marketing work. So whenever she's having conversations with companies, and I'm not there because I'm not offering what she offers, but she hears from that business that they need some new photos or they need new videos, she's immediately in that conversation thinking about us because she has a good relationship with us. She knows that we are a reliable team. So when she's having those conversations with her own clients and they're like, hey, we need a video created, she immediately mentions us. And then she'll send me an email and be like, hey, I just had a conversation today with this client that they're interested in making a video. I'm gonna send them your way. And just by having a relationship with that person and her being a brand ambassador for us, I just looked up the numbers right now. She, just by having a good relationship with her and her being an ambassador, she has sent $50,000 worth of work over the last 2 years our way. $50,000 worth of work. I didn't have to do any advertising for that. This is somebody who trusts us enough, somebody who believes in what we're doing, somebody who wants to work with us if they can. This is someone who trusts us. This is someone who believes in what we're doing, values what we do so much so that she's willing to promote us in her own conversations and in her own daily interactions. So if you can find somebody like that who's in marketing, who's in PR, who doesn't offer what you offer, but their work goes right alongside with what you offer, that is just an absolute win-win. Because again, when somebody finds a vendor that they love and trust, they want to work with those people on a more regular basis. So I absolutely encourage you to find somebody in an adjacent market that could be a brand ambassador for you, who could help you within conversations that you can't even have because you don't have access to those clients. Find somebody like that. Find somebody who could vouch for you. All right, well, this is the moment where I need to tell you, if you enjoyed this video, I really would appreciate if you would subscribe and like this video. I plan on making a lot more content around the filmmaking, photography world, entrepreneurship, just very passionate about teaching other people how they can make a living doing what they actually love, because that's what I've done over the last 3 years. And hey, what?
You're on the flow ahead and messes up.
Yep. It's the end of this one. See you guys.